Hi moms, it's me, it's Deanna. How are you guys doing? Hey, I was going to read you a story I wrote and I left it at home. So you missed out because it was really incredible. You probably would have wanted to have 5 copies. Just kidding. So, but I did write the story, but I was just kidding about the other stuff. I wonder how you guys are doing. Can you believe how cold it is? It's so funny that in Sacramento it gets this cold, and could it just rain for one day when it's this cold so we could have some snow? I think that would be so much fun. I've been watching a lot of Frozen with little Miss Millie, my granddaughter, and I want to build a snowman. My favorite part of that is when she goes in and the door has been shut and Elsa is no longer, if you've not seen Frozen, it's just so good. And Elsa no longer wants anything to do with Anna because she's afraid she'll hurt her. And little Anna puts her little face up there. Do you want to build a snowman? Do you want to build a snowman? And then Elsa, and she even says, it doesn't have to be a snowman. And her little mouth is right up to that keyhole. And she says, okay, bye. That always gets me. It just hurts me. And you know, this week we've been talked to the kids about the banquet and about Jesus inviting us to have the banquet with him. It's the parable of the banquet. You know, little Miss Anna, she was inviting Elsa, please come play with me. Please come be a part of my life. And that little face of disappointment when she realized Elsa wasn't coming out. No matter what she said, Elsa wasn't coming out. And that was her person that she wanted. And then if you watch the rest of Frozen, you know, she finds other people and you've seen it and all the different things that happen. Well, it just makes me think about God. He's asked us to be part of his world, part of heaven, part of now with him. And he sends us this invitation to come and be with him. And so many times we put that invitation aside, just like when we say we're going to be somewhere. Some of you are probably so much better at this than me. A lot of times I don't go, and that's not right. We get invitations to things and we think, oh, we should go, but no, I'm too busy, and no, I'm this, and no, I'm that, and I'm not going to go. And then we have to deal with the disappointment and guilt of not going when we should have just gone. In fact, that's something I'm working on in my life personally, that when I say I'm going to go, I'm going to go. Because I oftentimes will decide, you know what, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go. I've said I'm going to go, but I'm not going to go. Well, I want to read you this parable in Luke. This is Luke 14, 2. On a Sabbath day, when Jesus went to eat at the home of a leading Pharisee, the people were watching Jesus very closely. And in front of him was a man with dropsy. Okay, so that, I don't know what that is, but I guess that was an illness. I think maybe a leg that was longer than the other. I'm not sure what dropsy was. Jesus said to the Pharisee and experts on the law, is it right or wrong to heal on the Sabbath day? But they would not answer his question. So Jesus took the man, healed him, and sent him away. Jesus said to the Pharisees and teachers of the law, if your child or ox falls into a well on the Sabbath day, will you not pull him out quickly? And they could not answer him. When Jesus noticed that some of the guests were choosing the best places to sit, he told this story. When someone invites you to a wedding feast, don't take the most important seat, because someone more important than you may have been invited. The host who invited both of you will come to you and say, give this person your seat. Then you will be embarrassed and will have to move to the last place. So when you are invited, go sit in a seat that is not important. When the host comes to you, he may say, friend, move up here to a more important place. Then all the other guests will respect you. All who make themselves great will be made humble, but those who make themselves humble will be made great. Then Jesus said to a man who had invited him, when you give a lunch or a dinner, don't invite only your friends, your family, and your other relatives, and your rich neighbors. At another time, they will invite you to eat with them, and you will be repaid. Instead, when you give a feast, invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, and the blind. Then you will be blessed because they have nothing and cannot pay you back. But you will be repaid when the good people rise from the dead. One of those at the table with Jesus heard these things and said to him, blessed are the people who will share in the meal in God's kingdom. And here's the parable. Jesus said to him, a man gave a big banquet and invited many people. When it was time to eat, the man sent a servant to tell the guests, come, everything is ready. But all the guests made excuses. The first one said, I've just bought a field and I must go look at it. Please excuse me. Another said, I have just bought 5 pairs of oxen. I must go and try them out. Please excuse me. A third person said, I just got married. I can't come. So the servant returned and told his master what had happened. Then the master became angry and said, go at once into the streets and alleys of the town and bring in the poor, the crippled, the blind, and the lame. Later the servant said to him, Master, I did what you commanded, but we still have room. The master said to the servant, go out to the roads and the country lanes and urge the people there to come, so my house will be full. I tell you, none of those whom I invited first will eat with me. That is such a powerful story, and it's about salvation. God wants us to respond to him, to come be with him, to not only on this earth enjoy his presence, but when we go to heaven too. I gave this lesson to the kids today, and then I gave them an invitation to ask Jesus into their heart. If some of you moms out there are wondering, what is this relationship with Jesus all about? Just know in my life, if I didn't have that person who invited me, Jesus, to be with him, I don't know where I'd be. I've gone through a lot in my life. If you know me, you know that to be true. There's been a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, a lot of joy, a lot of fun. There's been just a lot in my life, and I will tell you, the one solid constant in my life has been Jesus, and him being my friend. And I feel like he has invited me to be a part of this wonderful world, to be a part of heaven, to be a part of his plan. And my challenge to you today is just accept that invitation. Accept that invitation to cast your cares upon him, to walk hand in hand with him. And those times when we all do it, I do it all the time, we say, no, I'm not going. I know you've invited me, Lord, to celebrate in your peace, but I think I'm just going to have my own little party of anxiety and my own little party of feeling sorry for myself. And, I'll come see you later. I'm really trying to listen to him and say, okay, Lord, I'm going to leave my pity party and my other party over here, and I'm going to come to your banquet. I'm going to come enjoy your presence. I'm going to come be with you. Well, you guys, I love you. I hope you have a great day today. It's going to be cold. Snuggle in. Watch something wonderful on TV. My recommendation this week, if you want a movie night, I know most of you have already seen this, but Mom's Night Out, the Christian Mom's Night Out, is so funny. Brian and I just watched it the other night and just laughed so hard. But it's the Christian Mom's Night Out, because there's another one that's not the Christian one. This is the one that's written by PureFlix. It's a great movie. If you can get it, you should watch it tonight and snuggle in with a blankie and some popcorn. All right. Love you guys. Have a great day.